What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 63 of Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. My name is Blaze. We're going to get into a couple of matches here with my Fairy deck, Gallade and Gardevoir. It's not my favorite deck. It needs some work. That's where I need your help. Before we do that, though, I want to talk about this Pokemon on your screen, Oranguru, or possibly Oranguru, or possibly Oranguru. So there's not really a pronunciation that I found anywhere. I haven't looked too hard, to be honest, but it's one of those three. We'll leave it at that. So anyway, I think this Pokemon is probably one of the coolest of the three newly revealed Pokemon. He is normal and psychic type, and he has the ability Inner Focus or Telepathy. Telepathy prevents damage from teammate Pokemon, so he's gonna figure out what they're gonna do and then not allow that attack to hurt him. So moves like Surf or anything that's going to attack everybody on the playing field, like Earthquake and things like that, will not affect him during doubles or triples battles. And then Inner Focus, I believe it prevents him from flinching. So that's not too bad. I think he looks awesome. He looks kind of like a witch doctor living in the forest, maybe a warlock of sorts. His description on Cerebi is actually pretty cool, so let me read that to you real quick if you haven't heard it. So I'm going to pronounce it as Oranguru. Oranguru is what I'm going to say. So let's go ahead and do that. So Oranguru live solitary lives deep in the forest and do not usually take much action. Instead, they position themselves high up in the trees to meditate. Long ago, people thought that Oranguru were humans who dwelled in the forest depths, so they called them the people of the forest. Oranguru is kind. Oranguru is kind to the other Pokemon living in the forest, providing medicine for injured Pokemon and food for the injured, or the hungry. Oranguru sometimes act on their own initiative and will use items that only humans normally use. From a trainer's perspective, they can be hard to handle at times, but allegedly there have been sightings of Oranguru using Pokeballs. The fan-like objects held by Oranguru are handmade by the Oranguru themselves, and these fans appear to be made of layers of leaves bound together with Oranguru's own fur. So, kind of a neat little description there. I think this Pokemon is actually really cool. I've said that already, but I do think he's one of the coolest of the new reveal. And being normal psychic type is pretty neat. And he's actually only available in Pokemon Moon. So, something else that's kind of interesting about this Pokemon, which kind of further drives that nail and which version of the game I'm going to get. I'm probably going to get Pokemon Moon and play through that one first as my main game, and then I'll play through Sun as well. But the other, like the Pokemon Sun monkey or ape that's in Pokemon Sun exclusively, is not my favorite, and I'll talk about that one tomorrow. But I do want to show this off because it's a neat Pokemon. What do you guys think of Oranguru? Put it in the comments below. I think he's definitely worth training, and Psychic type Pokemon are usually pretty strong. So that'll be good. That'll be really good. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into a battle. I'm going to open up 4 more packs of cards as well. So that'll be interesting. Probably Steam Siege. I don't want to do Steam Siege necessarily because I already have a ton of cards. And I feel like if I do Steam Siege, I'm just going to get a bunch of cards I already have. But I may open up 2 Steam Siege and 2 something else. I've got a ton of coins, and I'm definitely gonna open up some. I'm gonna buy some new packs pretty soon and open up those packs live on camera here as well. So, you know, plenty to look forward to on this channel. I do videos every Monday through Friday on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online and try to offer my best practices and strategies and things like that. This deck is not the best. On Monday's episode, episode 60, I went through what's in this deck. I didn't do it today. Probably should have. But really only because I didn't think that... well, maybe I'll do it again tomorrow. But if you do want to see what's in this deck, go check it out on episode 60. And if you have any suggestions, definitely hit me up in the comments, because there's a lot of opportunity for improvements on this deck. And I'm going to be kind of editing it as the time goes on. And I'll be trying a new deck every week as well. So this is a Night March deck. Kind of concerned about this. this is what I'm predicting. I'm predicting I'm gonna click this intern button, and this person's gonna do like 50 different moves. I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen. But I also want to go ahead and get. I want to get the evolution out if I have it. This is probably the best move. I can't use it yet, and that's fine. I can use it next turn. Next turn, I might be able to kill him to knock out Joltik. What's the damage output on that? 30? Yeah. So it'll definitely knock out Joltik, but here comes 50 different moves. Battle Compressor is going to put a bunch of Night March cards in his discard pile. His Night March attack is probably going to end up doing a ton of damage to me. Just as a heads up. What's in there already? Oops. Already we've got 1 Pokemon with Night March. 3 Pokemon with Night March. That's going to do what, 60? I'm poisoned. Ugh. I hate these decks. It's a good strategy if you have the cards, but man, they're annoying. Oh god. 120. Like how broken is that? So I'll go ahead and use my attack to knock him out. I've only got a couple more possibilities here. I mean, it's not going to matter much. Night March it's almost always a pain in the butt to deal with. And as long as he has the energy to power up his attacks, there's not much I can do. And there it is. It's done. That's pretty much the end of the game. But you know what? There are ways around Night March, and I don't often go out of my way to find ways to deal with it, because I don't find that fun. You know, I like designing decks that are fun to make and fun to play. Or this one I just made because I wanted to have a ton of... I wanted to be able to do damage with fairy-type Pokemon. I've never built a fairy deck before. And I want to continue to increase my challenge level in the online game. That's really the only reason I built this deck. I just try to do it as quickly as possible. So, it is what it is. It doesn't have a whole lot of Pokemon either. It's got some ways to get Pokemon into my hand, but they're not the best ways. This is pretty much the end of the game. So we're going to open up two packs of cards here real soon, and then we'll go into another match. I'm going to try to do a different deck every week and stick with that deck all 5 days of the week. Just because I think that there's room for improvement and room for... I mean, pretty much every deck I have is room for improvement. So, you know, I'm always open to suggestions, and I think that there are some great options out there that I probably didn't even think of. So definitely hit me up in the comments if you have a suggestion. We're going to open up 2 Roaring Skies and 2 Breakthrough, because I have 4 total of those. I'm not sure what I'll get in here. Let's see. What is this? Pelipper? Boop. Okay. Articuno is a good card. Find Ice lets you search up to 3 water energy cards and put them into your hand. So, pretty good card if you're looking at getting water energy out as quickly as possible. With the Deluge deck, it helps out a lot. Psybeam for 30 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. And Twilight Poison for 80. Your opponent's Pokemon is now asleep and poisoned. Steven lets you get a supporter card and any energy card. Pelipper's Swallow for 30. Heal from this Pokemon the same amount of damage you did to your opponent's active Pokemon. And Water Pulse for 70 puts your opponent to sleep. I think this is a decent card for a stage 1 with 100 HP. Does decent attack at 70 HP or 70 damage. I don't know how much use this card's going to get, because there's probably better options, but if you have this card in your collection and you don't have other cards in your collection, this is not a bad card. We just saw Dustox a second ago. Pikachu, Tail Whip prevents the defending Pokemon can't attack during your opponent's next turn on a heads flip. Pretty basic Natu there. Inkay's Rip-Off. Choose a random card from your opponent's hand and make him shuffle it into his or her deck. And Psybeam confuses on a heads flip. So, not bad for Inkay. That's probably one of the better Inkay that I've seen. And the other, his evolution actually does some pretty good, got a pretty good attack. Not this one. Not the one I just picked. Okay, maybe it is that one. Let's see what that does. Trash Tackle, 30 damage, and put a card from your discard pile into your hand. Can come in handy if you need some of those cards back. And you can also switch out, make your opponents switch out his Pokemon and confuse them also. So Togepi is a pretty decent, pretty average card. 10 damage, and your opponent draws a card. Okay. And then Swablu is heal 20 damage from one of your Pokemon. So, with Blind Wound. Let's go ahead and open up the next pack here, and we'll get into another match. How's that sound? So, with this fairy deck that I created, don't expect a lot of wins. I like being able to win as often as I can. This is kind of a rough situation to be in because I may not be able to do that. I don't have a lot of this card, Zapdos, so that's good. Drill Peck for 20 and Raging Thunder for 120, but you do 40 to one of your own benched Pokemon. Swellow, Clutch for 20, defending Pokemon can't retreat, and then Aerial Ace, 30 more damage on a heads flip, does 60 normally. So this is a card that I've not seen at all. It's new for me. Attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your Mega Evolution Pokemon. So that's actually not bad and would probably work out well in this deck that I'm using today. Wally will let you evolve. Search your deck for an evolution card and evolve your Pokemon. You can use that on your first turn. Silcoon, String Shot for 10. Flip a coin and paralyze on heads. Voltorb, Thunder Wave, flip a coin and paralyze on heads. And then Big Explosion does 60 damage to himself, pretty much knocking himself out. I think there's an item that prevents self-inflicted damage. I can't remember. But then Peck, Spearow for 30. Pretty average Spearow. We just saw Togepi. Nincada. Slight Intrusion for 20. And do 10 to yourself. Execute. Loathe. And let's see, you switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon on a heads flip. So that is the packs I opened up today, 2 of them. Let me go and open this up too, because I just got this today. I want to go ahead and open that up while we're here. 20 coins though. What's this? Blaziken. Speeding Flames, attach 3 fire energy from your discard pile to your Pokemon in any way you like. Heat Blow for 2 energy, discard an energy attached to this Pokemon. So that's actually really good attack for 100 damage, and that Blaziken, that's actually a really good card. Doesn't take a whole lot to power up, has a decent amount of HP, and you can attach energy cards from your discard pile to any Pokemon that you want. So that's good. That's probably going to make it into one of my decks at some point. Let's get our second battle on today, and it seems like whenever I do these battles, the second or third battle is just like an instant win. At least the last couple of episodes have been like that. So I'm guessing this person's using a fire deck. Maybe. Or at least a Charizard deck. So Xerneas, having Xerneas in my hand right now is actually pretty good. I need some benched Pokemon if I'm going to do any damage, but having Xerneas it's a step in the right direction. His first attack, choose 2 Pokemon and attach 1 energy to each of those Pokemon from your deck. So you search your deck for 2 energy cards. And then if you get enough energy on him, you can do 100 damage. 130 HP is not bad. I'm thinking that Energy Transfer is a good card to put into this deck, but I have not figured out where to add it in yet. But it could very well be a viable option. This card also will allow me to attach energy in a way that will allow this to do more damage. That's why I picked Xerneas in this deck, and it's probably a good idea to have more Xerneas, but at this time I did not add any more. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, because I don't have any other Pokemon. I need them. I also have 3 Talonflame in this deck, and it's funny because I don't think I've had a single Talonflame live on camera ever. So that's a little weird, but we'll get some energy attached, and that'll be good. I really just want him to be powered up because this is going to do a lot of damage. So I've never seen Scizor. Steel Wing for 20. Reduce attacks by 20. Gale Thrust for 50. If he became your active Pokemon, do 60 more damage. Oh, great. That's going to be... I haven't seen this either. 120? Wow. Wow, this is game over pretty much. Oh, it's a weakness. Gosh. It's a steel type. Oh, man. This is so bad. So, I did not think this through as far as steel types go. This is pretty much game over. I mean, there's nothing else I can do. I've been facing a lot of opponents that use either my weakness or that use EX Pokemon. I wonder how it's pairing me with people, because it seems like I almost never have an easy time when I play a match. Like, you know how sometimes you get into a match and you're like, and you just wipe the floor with this person? I haven't had that for a while. I've never had that with this deck. I feel like maybe there's like a hidden score system that, based on how many like EX Pokemon you have in your deck or how many times you've won, it pairs you with people that are on similar, they have a similar score as you. But I'm gonna do another one, and just because that was a really short match, and hopefully I can make something happen. This deck doesn't have a lot of basic Pokemon. I think that's probably a big problem of it, and I will focus on correcting that in the future, because that's gonna hold me back quite a bit. I feel like maybe Hoopa is probably a good Pokemon to put in this deck. I definitely need Shaman EX, which it's funny because I don't have any Shaman EX, so like I don't have any at all. I definitely need some. This one's kind of starting out the same way the last one did, and I don't like that. It might be... Oh, extra 40 HP, good for you. So Skyla lets you pick a trainer card, any trainer card. That's not bad. I mean, you get extra... I feel like that card... I want to say that it's a waste, but it's not really, because you can pick any card that you want, or that you need. So I feel like I need to use that Ultra Ball. I just got a really weird sense of deja vu just now. Just as a heads up, I'm going to use this and this, because I have another Gallade in this deck. Okay. And he's available in this deck as well, so this could help. I'm hoping that it does. I need to get as much energy attached to him as possible, or any other Pokemon that I might have, that I might get on my bench, and hopefully be able to do a ton of damage. This is not going to go well. He's going to do water duplicates and then get his Greninja out. Oh, okay. Or just do it right now. Why'd you attach that energy? That's weird. wow. This is not going to go well at all. That could help. So what did that attack do? Okay, return a water energy from this Pokemon to your hand, do an extra 20 damage. So it makes sense why he'd want to do that. I can do 120 damage to him. It's not really that much. It's not enough. I'm not sure why he decided to discard that energy. I mean, he's probably going to win anyway, but... So 120 damage. This might hinder him a little bit, but I need to do it twice, for sure. Oh, gosh. He's probably going to try to get Greninja out again, down here. Greninja break. Wonderful. So 60 plus 80 is going to be what? 140? It's getting dangerously close to knocking out my Gardevoir. 60 for this, of course. Of course, he knocks out my Ralts instead, which is probably the best move. Don't want me setting up too soon on the bench. I should still be able to do 120 damage to him and knock him out. And then, depending on what he gets in his hand here, he might be able to get another Greninja or, yeah, of course, Frogadier. He's got that out now, so... I was hoping it would be in. Kind of worked out because I need something on the bench. Ooh, actually, no. That's 120 damage. But I don't have to discard anything. That's better. I have the Gardevoir link already on there, so... The Spirit link. It increases my HP too, which is really necessary right now. And I'm going to do 120 damage. Same amount I did earlier, with an extra energy card. And it's very possible that he's probably going to get those water duplicates out. And that's fine. I need to take this thing out. Like, it has to go. It's Greninja. That's fine. Oof, that's so terrifying. But basically what needs to happen right now is this thing needs to come out, because I have a lot of EX Pokemon, and I know what this thing's capable of doing. I can't allow it to knock out my Pokemon. Can't have it happen. Can't let it happen to me. So, I mean, he's gone. Now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, because this is going to be 80 damage. He can only take 2 hits, and 2 hits is probably going to knock him out. It's not going to be good. Down to your Pokemon. Well, I feel like maybe it would reduce by 30, so it might only do 50, which would be perfect. Because this is going to do 120, unless he discards my Stadium. That ability, as long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, any damage done to your Pokemon by opponent's attack is reduced by 30. So it looks like it did reduce. I'm not sure what attack he used. What did he use? Shadow Stitching, right? 40, so it reduced by 30. Now I can do 120, which is perfect. 110. Was that 50? I guess 50 more damage. That's fine. So I'm not worried right now. This looks like it might actually be a victory. Okay. We're good there. I'm going to go ahead and grab some energy cards and attach them. Only because it's possible for me to get Gallade out. And if that happens, I want to be able to switch out to Gallade because he's going to be able to do a lot of damage if there's energy attached. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Okay, he forfeited. Good. Good for me. I won. I finally won. And got a mystery box. What's in that box? So I got some decent knockouts there with my fairy Pokemon. So another ticket. Another ticket. Alright, let's go back to the collection, open up 2 more packs of cards. We'll go through with the breakthrough set here and get those out of the way. And I have a lot of these cards already. Sandslash, I have that card, but it's not a shiny. This one's shiny. So that's pretty cool. I love these types of cards. Giovanni's Scheme is a great card. You can choose either to draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand, or allow your active Pokemon to do 20 extra damage. It's a really cool supporter card, and you get the option of doing whatever you need to do. And I love this artwork for it. It's almost worth putting it in my deck just for the artwork alone. Sandslash, Swift is 80 damage and is not affected by resistance or weakness. Professor's Letter, I just used that, so it's going to allow you to get any 2 energy cards. Super Rod, shuffle 3 in any combination of Pokemon and energy cards, basic energy cards, from your discard pile into your deck. Snorlax, Knock Away is 50 damage and 30 more on a heads flip, and then any damage done to this Pokemon is reduced by 30. Continuous Spin on Staryu, that's going to do 10 damage times the number of heads, and you flip until you get tails. Ralts, pretty standard Ralts. I have that card, I just used it. Another Ralt to nap for 30 heal, 30 HP. I think I prefer this one over this one. But you still need Psychic Energy to use it. Pretty basic Rufflet there. Axew, Extra Chop for 20 and do 10 damage to itself. Dragon Claw is 40, which is not bad for a basic Pokemon, but it has some hefty energy requirements, so that is what it is. What's the next one? Before I open that, guys, I do want to thank you for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I do videos every Monday through Friday on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. I'd love to have you as a subscriber, and I'd love for you to like my videos and continue to come back. Over the weekends, I do want to do some other content as well, so stay tuned for anything else I may have planned. And again, thanks for watching. But let's go through these real quick. Raichu, 90 HP. I got this yesterday, and it's actually a really cool card. 50 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon EX. Great card if you happen to come across a lot of EX Pokemon. And then Electro Smash, 70 plus 20 on a heads flip. Town Map lets you reveal your prize cards. It's kind of nice. Behem. Mind Bullet is 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon times the number of energy attached to that Pokemon. And then Psybeam for 50 also confuses. This card's cool. I mean, I like the artwork here. 120 HP on a stage 1. That's pretty good. Startling Bark, flip a coin. If heads, choose 3 random cards from your opponent's hand, and then they shuffle them into their deck. And Tantrum for 120 damage, but you confuse this Pokemon. So I would almost put that in my deck. I like the way my deck is set up now with Gardevoir and Gallade, but this card's not bad. It's just there's really no place for it in my deck, no room for it, I should say. Heavy Ball lets you search for a Pokemon with 3 retreat costs or more, 3 or more retreat cost. Spritzy's Flail, 10 damage times the number of damage counters on this Pokemon, possibly 30 damage. Skiddo, Rising Lunge is 20 damage plus 20 more for a Heads Flip. Swablu is Bind Wound, heal 20 damage from one of your Pokemon. Cyndaquil's Ember does 30, but you discard a Fire Energy. And Ralt, we just saw this card, Nap for healing 30. So that's it today, folks. Thanks again for watching. I will see you tomorrow.